Okay, look. When YouTube said they were going to send a correspondent slash assistant to help me make my YouTube channel better, you weren't what I was expecting. And it's nothing against you personally. In fact, I probably should have seen this coming, but I don't know, man. I guess I was just expecting something a little less, what's the word, robot-y. I know, we're both trying to make the best of a bad situation, and I took some of your suggestions to heart, but then there are some other suggestions you made that I can't believe I'm even considering it. Look, I said I would wear the Santa hat, okay? I said I'd wear it. In fact, why don't I just put that on right now? I said I'd wear the Santa hat. Merry frickin' Christmas to everybody, holiday jeer and whatnot, but then you pulled this up. This. I'm not wearing this fucking holiday sweater. Look at this thing. You know what? I'm not doing it. Screw it. I am not wearing that fucking sweater. You couldn't pay me to wear that fucking sweater. There is no goddamn way I am going to wear that. Yes, sir. Oh man, I can't remember the last time I've ever wanted to punch myself in the face more. Fine, I'm wearing the shirt. At least tell me I'm going to be reviewing something okay. Santa Inc. Oh.
So buying drunk that it ain't Christmas. You know where to stick those jingle bells. If I ain't hammered, it ain't Hanukkah. La 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 la, go fuck yourself. If I ain't cockeyed, it ain't Kwanzaa.
First things first, if you hear any grinding, that's my camera trying to autofocus. I don't know how to turn it off as of yet. It's a new camera. We're working on things. Hopefully we'll have this resolved before it gets too obnoxious or anything like that. Okay? Okay. Let us move on. It's that time of year again, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Holiday Jeer, the Christmas review series that contractually obligates me to dress like a complete and total jackass. And just in case this wasn't obnoxious enough, I also have to review my most hated of movies and TV specials, the Christmas special, or the holiday movie, whatever you want to call it. Either way, I hate these. Just to make my life even more painful, somebody up there decided my first review right out the gate needs to be of Santa Inc., a stop-motion animated series so bad YouTube had to actually disable the dislike feature in order to save face. Okay, technically that's not the reason YouTube gave for disabling the dislike feature, and I'm sure there's plenty of other people who've pointed out several other of the real reasons why YouTube disabled the dislike feature here recently, but god damn it, just let me have the joke. I don't have much going for me right now. Look at this. No less than the cast list, and I'm already seeing two major red flags right out the gate. This show features voice work from Seth Rogen and Sarah Silverman, two of the most painfully unfunny people from my generation of comedy. I don't think Sarah Silverman has been in anything that has made me laugh even once. You could say the same thing about Seth Rogen, although some would probably point out the Eric Andre show, and while I would technically agree with that, I would put a bit of an asterisk by that, implying that Seth Rogen himself had nothing to do with the humor. That was entirely Eric Andre just fucking with somebody, and so I don't count it. That should have been the red flag right out the gate, and if I wasn't contractually obligated, I probably wouldn't have even given this a second thought. But I'm contractually obligated, so I had to go in and I had to watch this show, and I basically gave up on episode 4 because, good God, this show. I made it through 4 episodes of the show, and if I'm being honest, that's about 3 more than I needed. Good God, this show is not funny, like, even a little. I think the one time I laughed at any point in 4 episodes in a row was the comment about how somebody went to a costume party dressed as Super Jesus, and just the idea of Super Jesus just made me chuckle a little, but that's basically it. This show is not worth your time. It was not funny even a little bit. So according to Seth Rogen's logic over on Twitter, the fact that I hate this show means I am a white supremacist. No, seriously, that is the general vibe I've gotten from people who have been retweeting Seth Rogen and Santa Inc. stuff, is that there's only two kinds of people in the world. The people who like this show, and the people who support Hitler. There is no middle ground whatsoever. Which is weird, because I kind of feel like I'm in the middle ground of people who hate the show, but also hate Hitler, but, well, I guess the rules have been laid down. It's a real shame that the show ended up being as bad as it was, because I really do feel like there were some good ideas here. You know, the idea that Santa's workshop has to go up against Jeff Bezos and Amazon. I mean, you could have done something with that. Hell, later on, they kind of reveal that the Easter Bunny has this epic grudge against Santa Claus, and he's orchestrating this, like, military invasion of Santa's workshop, and it's like, you could have done something with Santa versus the Easter Bunny. Like, maybe that one isn't the most original idea ever, but, I mean, it's something. Unfortunately, we are living in 2021, heading into 2022, and somewhere around 5 or 6 years ago, we as a society decided that we are not allowed to have nice things anymore. And as a result, this entire fucking thing is filled to the brim with woke humor. Look, I get it, you know, straight white people suck. We've done a lot of stuff to you guys that we can never take back and we can never say sorry for enough times. And I understand that comedy, good comedy at least, means that everybody is a target. But, you know, there's comedy and then there's this. For instance, a male gingerbread cookie refers to looking after their little gingerbread baby as babysitting. And then the woman just screams at him, "It's not babysitting, it's your kid too, you asshole!"
That's the joke.
That's not comedy, that's like, I don't want to say straw manning per se, but that's definitely somebody puppeting their frustration. Not to mention that the main character, Candy Smalls, is this strong, independent woman type. You know, we've seen this a million times already. She's strong, she's independent, she can do nothing wrong, she's not getting married because no man ain't ever gonna hold her down, and she's got the goal to be the next Santa, and the current Santa in line is basically the typical white misogynist, like, I'm trying to be progressive when secretly my agenda is just as hardcore racist as it would be if I was just outright saying fuck black people, kind of racism kind of stuff. Are we seriously still doing this? Bottom line, I know I've been a contrarian for a long time, but this is one of those times where I think the crowd is onto something. This show sucks. 1 hat out of 4.